We resume with part 2. There are 10 clues left on the board. I'm going to leave it $2,400. I'm going to go with art for $200.
The answer is...
By their styles, Monet is considered one of these and Cézanne a post one. Impressionist. Took an art course in college last fall. That's right. Art for $300.
The answer is...
For a fresco, before you apply the paint, you have to put this on the wall. I don't think it's the paper. It's plaster. So it started with a P, I knew that. Okay, so now I have twice as much as Mike. 1910s for $300.
The answer is...
So far, this Norwegian's claim of reaching the South Pole in 1911 hasn't been disproven. Roald Amundsen. Okay, so Mike takes over second place now. Back to art for $400.
The answer is...
His painting career began in 1880 and ended 10 years later in Alvers. Liz rings in. It was Vincent van Gogh. I believe he was Italian. Or was he French? I don't know. Louisiana for $300.
The answer is...
Louisiana Creoles adopted a Choctaw word to give us this term for marshy river tributaries. Wait, give me a minute. Oh, bayous. Yeah. Let's finish up art for $500.
The answer is...
This Baroque Flemish artist's name has become an adjective to describe his style. It was Peter Paul Rubens, as said by Mike. Alright, 4 clues left. 1910s for $400.
The answer is...
First name of Gustav Krupp von Bohlen und Halbach's wife. A really big gun was named after her. It was Bertha. Oh, that's right. That makes sense. Big Bertha. Makes perfect sense. Okay. Finished it up the 1910s.
The answer is...
The smallest Balkan country proclaimed its independence November 28, 1912. Mike rings in, but he has no idea. Now, if Liz gets this right, she'll trail me by $100. Oh. No, she doesn't get it right. So I can relax a little bit because I got an $1,100 lead now. If I had to venture a guess, I would say Greece, but I am not going to risk it. It's Albania. Okay? Louisiana 400.
The answer is...
The Cajuns migrated to Louisiana from here. I'll say Halifax or Nova Scotia. Yes. And the last clue?
The answer is...
State bird of Louisiana. John Grisham wrote about it briefly. The pelican. As in his novel, The Pelican Brief. That's right. Takes me to 3,800. Liz is 1,800. Mike at 1,600 will pick first in Double Jeopardy.
Here are the categories.
The 6 categories are Double Jeopardy are geographical records, authors, rules, prisons, 1980s pop music, and 1982. I think I'm gonna try these, and Mike will start us off with rules for 200.
The answer is
It has been stated as do unto others as you would have them do unto you. That will be the golden rule. That's right. I'll take rules for 400.
the answer is
This forward rule tells us how to adjust our clocks to begin and end daylight saving time. Spring forward, fall back. You set it forward in springtime, and you set it backwards in the fall. Of course, my home state, Hawaii, not having a daylight savings time. Arizona being the other. Hawaii being one of 2 states, Arizona the other, that doesn't do daylight savings time. Rules for 600.
the answer is
John Douglas, sponsor of a code of pugilistic fair play in 1867, is better known by this title. I have no clue. The Marquess of Queensberry. Alright. Now it's geographic world records for 200.
the answer is
The longest land gorge in the world is this one in Arizona. That would be the Grand Canyon. That's right. I'll go with geographic world records for 400.
the answer is
The deepest part of the oceans of the world is the Marianas Trench in this ocean. Oh.
Okay, volunteers, the sooner we get started, the sooner we get our...
Liz rings in as the Pacific Ocean. Alright. Now it's 1980s pop music for 200.
the answer is
Bobby McFerrin won 3 Grammy Awards, including Song of the Year with this song. Not really a fan of pop music. Well, neither is Liz for that matter. She doesn't know it. Don't worry, be happy. Okay, so that gets Mike to 2,400. Now it's prisons for 200. Well, what do you know? The Daily Double's at the top this time. 42 people were killed during a 5-day siege at this Western New York prison in 1971. It's Attica. If I had a venture guess, I would have said Sing Sing. Back to Geographic World Record 600.
the answer is
Some say it's the world's largest island. All agree it's the smallest continent. Australia. That's right. Takes me to 5,200. Pull away a bit from Mike. A $1,400 lead over him at the moment. We'll go ahead and stop here for part 2, and I'll see you guys for part 3 in just a few minutes.